Hello, and welcome to Appleton Engaged. I'm your host, Timber Smith, DEI coordinator for the city of Appleton.
And I'm Andy Anam, the communications manager for the city.
And Appleton Engaged is a podcast that explores the many people, organizations, and resources that make our community a great place to live, work, and play. So whether you're a longtime resident or just getting to know Appleton, join us as we learn more about our community together.
That's right, Timber. We are ready to dive into thought-provoking conversations, inspiring stories, and a lot more. So we have a very special family here, and I cannot wait to introduce them to the listeners.
Facts. We've got cool guests, y'all. That's what I'm really saying. This week's guests are Trish Vallier, Chief Operating Officer for Battlecorn Care Packages, and Trish Vallier, Chief Executive Officer for Battlecorn Care Packages. Hello, Trish. Hello, Kurt.
Hi.
Curtis.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Very well. How are you?
Doing well. All right. We're really excited about making this happen today and sharing with the community a really awesome organization. But before we get started, can you please share a little something about yourselves and your connection to Appleton and the Fox Cities region?
So I'll go first because she doesn't want to. So I actually grew up in Florida, has lived my whole life down there. Once we got married, we spent 7 years in Illinois, but we have been in the Appleton area, actually Darboy, for the past 12 years. We have raised 3 beautiful daughters here, an 18-year-old that's about to go off to college, and a 15-year-old that's ready to take on the world. And then we have an 8-year-old in heaven that is our inspiration behind all of this. But we have been connected to the Fox Valley for the past 12 years and have no reason to go anywhere else.
Okay. Trish?
I grew up in Illinois, moved down to Florida, met him, moved back to Illinois, and then we decided to just throw caution to the wind, and we landed in Appleton, and we've been happy ever since. I've been a stay-at-home mom since we moved up here 12 years ago, and slowly getting back into the swing of things with work, and now I work in child department at the Kimberly Y, and we do our nonprofit and our free time, and that's it.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Can you please tell us about Battlecorn Care Packages?
So Battlecorn Care Packages was something that we created in 2020 after our daughter JC was diagnosed with a very rare form of brain cancer. It was something that was inspired because as a child, getting mail or packages or anything with your name on it is something that just blows their mind. And while she was in the hospital, she would receive mail and things like that with her name. So we decided when we came back home that was something that we wanted to do. And so it started out in our basement, moved to another location, and now it's back in the basement, and we're slowly running out of space because the organization is continuing to grow.
I think we're quickly running out of space.
Yeah. And it's the mission is always to send smiles as far as we can go. We have surpassed 700 packages that we've sent so far, mostly in the U.S., but we have ventured into Canada, the U.K., Ireland, the Philippines, Scotland, when finances allow. But it's something that it gives us a lot of joy and a good feeling to be able to give back to children and to families that are a part of a group of people that we never thought we would be a part of.
Now, one thing I will say is that makes me excited is a good package in the mail. I don't know.
Everybody loves to get mail, unless they're bills. Nobody wants bills.
Nobody wants bills. Facts.
But kids especially, they love getting anything with their name on it. It just makes them feel special. So I wanted to continue doing that.
I think that's a really creative idea. How does one, what's the qualifications? What's the qualifications for one to receive a care package?
But we started out just saying any life-altering medical condition, and now it's geared more towards a cancer diagnosis. Every once in a while, we'll still send one out that's got heart issues, but our main focus is the cancer kids and the packages, just because there's so many. So
we tend to stay under 18. Adults and things like that, we don't really do much of every now and again, but really we gear it towards kids. And the qualifications are simply that their parents or their guardians go on our website where they can request it. They put as much information about the child in the form on our website, and that way we can actually tailor the packages to the children, to their likes, to things that will keep them happy. And there's a lot of staples that we put in there, blankets and crayons and coloring books and things like that. But we really try to put things in there that will capture the interest of them. And really, we never ask for recognition. We never ask for payment. This is all free and all done because of the donors and our community and things like that. But when they send the pictures to us of their kids opening the packages or the videos, that's the greatest payment that we could ever receive, and we love that. So that's something that we never ask for it, but when they reach out and show us how happy the kids are that they are, then we know that we've done our daughter right. We've completed our mission in that. So
Where did the name come from?
That was my question too.
That was your because I was like, that's a very unique name.
So our youngest, the one that was battling cancer, she had an obsession with unicorns, and I mean everything unicorns, pink, glitter, sparkles, unicorns. We happened to be watching a cooking show, and the guy was making a unicorn out of cake, and it had like flames, and it was breathing flames. It was super cool. And our daughter says, "Oh, well, we should name it Battlecorn because a unicorn that's going into battle is something that the cancer kids need." So it just kind of stuck. I mean, it's kind of cheesy, but it's special to us.
That's the first thing people notice about the packages or about us when we travel and we have our logo out there. That's the first thing they notice. And we changed our logo about a year ago to kind of make it a little bit more streamlined and a little bit more business savvy. But before it was a unicorn with giant muscles, and that was what people recognized, and they loved it. And so it just kind of embodied what we feel like these kids are. It's just superheroes, no matter what.
So what has been your way to do the outreach? Like what all activities you do to raise the money you need to send these packages? And, what has been your response in the Fox Valley region?
So a lot of our fundraising and outreach is done through social media. We are big on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, and so a lot of our outreach is through social media. We have been on the news several times trying to get that vision out there because we are part of this community. We are Appleton. We are Fox Valley. We are part of this community of people, and so that has been our biggest. We also host events throughout the year that we try to engage as many people from the community in that we can.
We talk to local police departments and try to get them involved in all of our events and activities. But
yeah, it's a lot of reach out, and to be honest, this is pediatric cancer in itself is a very hard subject to talk about and a very hard subject for people to want to listen to. Not so much because they don't care, but because thinking about sick children is not something that makes your day go any better. It can bring you down. But at the same time, it's a truth, and it's a hard truth. And the Fox Valley and this area actually have a lot of children that are battling this disease. And it's not something that's televised, and it's not something that's in the news and on the media, but there are a lot of kids around here that are going through this and in the regions around us. So a lot of it for us is we do that reach out through social media, that reach out through the news. Our website has all the donor links, anything like that. Yes, we're looking for the donations to come in to help us continue what we're doing, but really we just want to make everybody aware of how serious this is and how much more vision we need.
So is there an aspect to what you're doing that's also an awareness campaign? Where through what you're doing, which you're creating happiness, right?
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, buts, because every time I think of a package in the mail, I'm still smiling.
yeah,
But there's also an awareness portion to this, like sharing what you're sharing right now. I wouldn't have known that we would have had as many children in our region battling cancer.
we've definitely, I think, had a big shift on the advocacy side, just because it needs more awareness. And, we do fundraising for advocacy, for more research, so these kids have a better chance. They're not going to pass away.
Yeah, no, The advocacy has taken off in a whole nother level ever since our daughter passed. That's been our mission completely, is to ensure that we're kind of carrying on her legacy the way that she would have done it or way she would have wanted us to do it. We not only by hosting events throughout, through the area, we were here in September to have a flag raised by the mayor. We have citations coming from the governor. I mean, it's not about things hanging on the wall. It's not about recognition or having my photo taken. It's about people hearing it and then realizing that this is something that's happening right in your backyard. We always say the very simplest thing is that we were never cancer parents until the day we were. We were never that family that we thought would be part of that commercial you see on TV so much. We were always thinking, we've got the greatest life ever. There's nothing that can ever go wrong. And when something like this happens, you can either take the route of hiding and not allowing people in, or you can make a stand and you can continue to push until people listen to you. And a lot of times it is making people uncomfortable until they listen. That's geared a lot more towards politicians when we're trying to get legislation passed or things like that. Making people uncomfortable, that's what it's about.
So my question is a little different this time. Sometimes the parents are never prepared to hear that cancer word in their life. Mm-hmm. So do you get a lot of requests for support help for other parents who are experiencing this, or to how to get by the day when your child is in immense pain?
I would say personally, I don't get a whole lot of reach out, and our website, we don't get a whole lot of reach out. But Curtis has joined the Brain Tumor Foundation and as a mentorship program, and he mentors newly diagnosed parents. We've got friends all across the nation that their kids are going through it. So yeah, every once in a while they'll be like, "I'm having a tough day. What do we do? How can we turn it around?" That kind of thing. Yeah, he's more of the mentor.
And a lot of that comes from, honestly, I think we've met most people through social media, and that's where our following is. And we do meet a lot of families, and when they're having a bad day, it's, I probably have hundreds of phone numbers in my phone now or messages from people that, if you just need to vent, that we're here for that. We understand that is something that you just need to do sometimes. You don't want answers. You don't want feedback. You just want to yell and scream and cuss at somebody, and that's fine because we've been there. And unfortunately, we've been through not only the diagnosis but also the passing of our daughter. So we've been through from all the way to both ends.
Full spectrum.
And so we can offer that to people because we understand when not a lot of people do. But again, we always tell people, we don't want you to understand how we feel. We don't want you to ever feel that. But we just want you to hear what we're saying and understand that we're here and we are still part of this community. We're still part of this everything. We didn't change as parents. Our priorities became different and we had a tragedy, but we're still the same people.
That's beautiful. So what all signature events are coming up? Like how people can, get involved in this?
So our website offers everything that you need to know about our organization, including how to contact us and everything. But we have our kind of keynote event that we host every year. That is in August. It's August 17th. It's actually going to be held at the Hilton Paper Valley. We hold that event each year to raise money to donate it to research. The last 2 years that we've hosted it, we've raised and donated $42,000. So our goal is always $25,000. The first year we raised 17. Last year was 25, and this year we're aiming to do another 25. We honestly should be fundraising for ourselves because we have to keep our mission going, but in a sense, we want research to change the outcome of what these kids are going through. So that event, August 17th, tickets will go on sale March 1st, and we hope that we can basically sell the event out and have to move into a bigger space in the Hilton, and we hope we found a long-term home there.
What's the name of the event?
So it's the Gold Tie Masquerade, something that another friend of ours that's part of our organization kind of came up with. Everybody dress up, just have a good time. It doesn't all have to be doom and gloom. Come in and celebrate what we're doing, celebrate what we've been able to accomplish, celebrate our children's lives. So it's, like I said, Gold Tie Masquerade, August 17th at the Hilton Paper Valley. Everything goes on sale March 1st, and our goal, $25,000. We will be donating that to OncoHeroes Biosciences as an investment into the future of therapies and chemo and options for children to have going through this.
What I'm thinking is there's the possibility that there's parents out here listening to this particular podcast and are thinking, all right, this is cool. But maybe we have parents listening to it that are actually going through it and they don't know what support systems are. Are there any just support systems that you do know of around here that are available locally or nationally where parents can?
There is Bo's Heavenly Clubhouse. That's for children who have passed away from disease. I want to say they're in Wapaka or Waupun.
Okay.
I know at one point I was part of it. There's Families of Children with Cancer. They're Green Bay, Fox Valley, kind of all encompassed. And like your hospital social worker, they've got tons and tons and tons of resources and options. Do you know of any others?
Yeah, and speaking of which, Bo's Heavenly Clubhouse actually sent JC a birthday card yesterday.
They send one every year.
They send it every year on her heavenly birthday, which will be next Wednesday on Valentine's Day. But yeah, the Families of Children with Cancer, on actually every single resource that we have ever come in contact with is on our website, on our resources page, that can provide all of that. There's actually something that's called Hope Portal that we also have there that provides any type of resource that you need, whether it's financial, whether it's speaking to somebody like a social worker or a psychologist or something like that, or care packages. We have linked up with them and they provide all of that. You can put in your region, your state, whatever. So we do as much as we can. We don't provide financial resources to anybody right now, but just the care packages, the advocacy and things like that. But at some point we hope to venture into that. But for now, we provide all of the resources that we've ever come in contact with. And there are plenty around here. Families of Children with Cancer, there's special spaces, which is amazing. And
Robin's Nest is also a good one.
Robin's Nest.
Portia's Purpose.
Portia's Purpose. There's Make-A-Wish around here. They are all amazing. And all, again, if you can't look them up through just Googling it, we all have it on our website. And I post it every time we come in contact.
Awesome. Thank you. At this time, would it be possible for you to share a story with us that explains or shows the impact of your organization?
I think just the gala that we've done in the past, the pure amount of money, to some people it doesn't seem like a ton of money, but it's better than nothing. And, we work our tails off to get it. And the fact that we're able to provide that and then donate it for research, it's huge to us, and it makes our daughter's legacy live on. And
in general, when you come to the donations that we've made to research and the care packages, and then our yearly trips to DC for Cure Fest in September and other events that we do, we have our financial impact to the community and to the country is well over $100,000 now since 2020. It is something that we're very proud of. I know that the greatest thing ever when JC was feeling good was she loved to do these packages with us. Even when she wasn't feeling good, she wanted to get in there and do it. And the best ones were the ones that were very similar to her in age. And we would say, just put yourself in a box. And she would love it and just let her go. And that's, to me, being able to continue to do that. And when I see the similarities or children that come through that are like her, and I know that I can put her in a box and she's going to go and be able to bless these children in a very, very trying time.
I think that's a beautiful thought, to pack her memories in a box and, you feel like you are making an impact in another child's life. So is there any story you want to share? Like, you might have received a lot of greeting cards from the kids, and anything which stuck with you?
Her class, she got diagnosed in first grade, and her class stuck by her, and every day it seems like they were sending cards home with their sisters for her. And the sheer support from her classmates blew my mind. And like, even when she was in second grade and she had to stay home and do like the at-home learning because she was so sick, they still front and center thought about her, and they made sure that she was never going to be forgotten. And still, now that her classmates are in fifth grade, they still have a classroom picture of her in her classroom. They have a unicorn, and that unicorn and that picture is going to stay with that class until they graduate. And, they've made a memorial bench for her that's cemented into the school. And
literally. Literally cemented in the front of the school with her picture laser imaged on it.
Yeah, they're never going to forget her, and that blows my mind because they're just kids.
They are, but they're probably the most amazing group of kids ever. And they, even the past 2 weeks ago, they had to dress up as their heroes or whatever, and they all came in pink as JC's Unicorn Army. So this is they follow her and they continue to just keep her life alive in that class, and she made such an impact. And I remember something that was said at her services by the father, saying that when JC was welcomed into heaven, she said, "But I only had 8 years." And he said, or Jesus said, "But look what you did in those 8 years. Look at the impact you made." And it's true. The amount of kids that we come in contact with, how amazing they are. They're true, genuine hearts and genuine people that all they care about is how you're going to handle it, how you're going to feel if for some reason they're not here. And at such a young age, they're caring about that. And that's truly what the world is missing right now, is that genuine feeling of just doing good for people and not worrying about yourself.
What can the community do to be helpful? How can they support Battlecorn care packages?
So everything we do is based on donations. We are a 100% donation run, 501c3, tax exempt. So the best way to support us is one of two. It's either direct donations to our organization that are, again, 100% tax exempt. We can even provide letters for you if you'd like them. Or it's shopping on our Amazon list, or even we have some people that will create blankets for us and they'll donate those as well, because that's a lot of work to put in for just a couple of us in the house. And so the financial donations are huge. It costs us about $20,000 a year to run Battlecorn, and that's with the cost of packages and the cost of shipping every year and things like that. So it's definitely a financial strain, but it's something that means the world to us, and we're not going to stop until we are not needed anymore.
And the bottom line is not everybody has the monetary funds to donate, and that's perfectly fine. Spread the word. It's important. These children are important, and just talk about it.
Who can people contact, or how can they contact if they want to learn more?
So on our website, battlecorncarepackages.com, there is a contact link on there that will send a message directly to us. Also, all of our information is pretty public out there on Facebook and Instagram. It's easy to get a hold of us anyway. We're very responsive to that. But any information that you want to know, if you want to help out, if you're interested in volunteering at the events that we're hosting,
We're always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely. So it's easy to contact us through the website or any of our social media.
So who do you want to send your shout outs to?
So the people that really have helped us get as far as we've gotten in our family is, we have another family with us, the nieces, and they just lost their daughter in August. And she was actually Jace's unicorn sister, same birthday, and it's just a year apart. And so they're obviously coming up on the first birthday without her. And we'll be with them along that because we'll be sharing that grief together. But the niece family has been incredible to us, and they've been there in a position when we didn't always have to focus our life around cancer. We knew that we could just be friends, and they've helped us so much along that way. And we hope that we've provided that same assistance to them. To our amazing friend, Tim, who has come in to be our social media director and help us out with raising funds. We are in the process of raising money for our gala, for our goal. We have just crossed about $12,000 raised so far through social media alone, which has been incredible. So without him, without the nieces, and without our close friends, and it's incredible. So.
And I'll say our daughters, Annalisa is the 18-year-old, and Miley, they both have such drive and passion. Annalisa is, the best at helping put the boxes together. Miley's pure passion for working in the child life department now for when she gets older. They've definitely shown their love and support for this mission.
Is there anything you want to add that we didn't ask you today?
Just be mindful of what people may be going through around you without ever actually having to ask. This is something, and never be afraid to ask for help. It's just a piece of advice. I think even in the state that we're in now, we lost our daughter in 2021. She went through a 520-day battle, and we never thought this is where we'd be now, but we still have trouble asking for help. So as far as where we are, never be afraid to ask for help. It doesn't show signs of weakness. In fact, I think it shows a sign of strength. Missions like ours are not necessarily unique, but at the same time, they're also not very well televised, I guess, if you would, put out there in the media, because again, it's not a fun subject to talk about. But pediatric cancer is real. It is not rare. I don't care what the statistics tell you. It is not a good sight to see. And missions like ours are meant to bring awareness to that. And if we can bring one more person into this to go to our website and read about what we do and reach out for information, then we've done that mission well.
Just the world needs more kindness. And that's the one thing I can say is just be kind. You never know what somebody's going through. And
Okay. Well, at this time, we're going to start wrapping up this episode. Thank you for being here with us today. And we want to say thank you to our Appleton Engaged listeners. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you for giving us your minds and ears. Thank you for caring about another amazing resource in our region, doing really good work, serving our community. In this case, really serving a special community that we need to pay more attention to, maybe. We are a work in progress. Please help us become the best podcast we can possibly be here. How do you do that? Reach out to us. Tell us how we can be better. Also, if you would like to be a guest or if you would like to suggest a guest, don't hesitate to reach out to us at diversity@appleton.org. Once again, that is diversity@appleton.org. Also, one more ask that we have here, and that is help us get in front of more eyes and ears. How do you do that? It's called analytics. And how do we improve the analytics? Well, you're listening to us right now, so hit that subscribe button. And if you got a few more minutes than that, fill out a review and tell us how we are doing. What this does is it improves our analytics, and the better our analytics, the more opportunities there are to get in front of more community members' eyes and ears. We think we have something pretty special here. And the more people that learn about Appleton Engage, the more people can learn about these amazing resources that are available to us in our community.
Thank you so much, Trish and Curtis. To all our listeners, we can only ask you to consider supporting Battlecorn care packages because they send smile when they are needed the most. And when you support them, you are basically honoring the legacy of JC and also strengthening their advocacy efforts against pediatric cancer, which is very, very important. So this will be my request to all of you to go to the website, check out the information, and help and support and volunteer them and make a difference. With that, until next time, stay thoughtful, stay curious, and stay engaged.